I assure you, Mrs. Thompson, that all the tests have proved negative, and there's absolutely no chance of catching anything like that from a milk bottle.
But it's swollen.
No, it isn't. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, what about my red medicine? I always have it.
There's no point in giving it to you. You don't need it.
Well, the real doctor always gives it to me.
Look, I'm a real doctor. I'm telling you, you can't have it.
Very well. I'll stay here till I see Dr. Nielsen.
Right.
I've been on the red ever since I was on the green.
Yeah.
And that is 4 years ago last wit.
What is it?
Collier here, sir. Can I trouble you for a moment in the surgery?
Oh, all right. Got to go out in a minute. And here's me got not even having time to finish my tea. You calling me in here every minute of the day?
It's Mrs. Thompson.
He won't give me my red stuff.
I don't think she needs it.
But it's swollen.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh. Well, you're quite right then, Doctor. She needs a new treatment. Won't you give me a minute? Right. Now just take that along to your chemist and come back to see us in a couple of months.
Oh, thanks ever so much, Doctor.
Ooh. What do you give her, sir?
Gentian violet.
What for?
It's purple, laddie. She hasn't had a purple medicine yet.
If there's anything she needs, it's psychotherapy.
When you be in the business as long as I have, you won't have time to say psychotherapy, never mind practicing. Now look, I'm off to the Caledonian Society tonight. I don't want to come back and find the place crawling with patients, all complaining they have the wrong coloured medicine.
What time will you be back, sir?
Betty, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I was rather hoping to... Oh, hell!
This way, please, Mr. Coddington. It's a new patient, Doctor.
Thank you. Take a seat, please, Mr. Coddington. Do you know, I have an aunt by the name of Coddington. Yes. Well, what can we do for you?
I'm not well.
Well, you've come to the right place, haven't you? Yes. Well, what exactly is troubling you?
Well, it's very difficult to talk about.
Well, now, it shouldn't be. I'm a doctor.
Well, it's personal.
Now, that shouldn't make any difference.
Very personal.
Look, it would help if you'd tell me what's troubling you, so could I examine you?
Oh, you keep your hand off me!
But look, you won't tell me what's wrong with you, and you won't let me have a look, then
It's the spots.
Spots? What spots?
Great, big, horrible, smelly sores. Very catching.
Well, where are they?
All over.
Oh, I see. Could I have a look at them?
Oh, you'd laugh at me.
No, I wouldn't. I'm a doctor.
I bet you would.
I bet you £1 I wouldn't. Oh, hey, I was just beginning to feel sorry for him. What brings you around here, Dr. Upton?
Well, Dr. Collier, I got the evening off from ENT, so I thought I'd look you up.
Great. How are things in ears, noses and throats?
Please.
Well, you're lucky. At least you've got patients with something wrong with them. Oh, Nielsen here takes all the interesting cases for himself. Honestly, I'm leaving here as soon as I can get him to write me a decent reference.
Yeah, well, I'm getting out of ENT. I was thinking of general practice.
Oh, forget it. You're much better off in hospital.
Come on, let's go and tour a few pubs.
Ah, can't make it, Mike. Old Nielsen's gone off to one of his meetings. I've got to stay here and take any calls. I've got this date tonight with this bird as well. I had to let her down twice last week. I'm letting her down tonight. That's bombed me out for good. Beautiful she is, too.
Yes, nice personality.
Oh, have you met Nina?
Yeah, at reception.
Well, that old boot. That's not Nina, that's Liz.
Oh, but you told me you only took the job because of the receptionist.
Yeah, well, I've had a closer look. She's man-mad. The local bicycle.
Well, she'll take the calls for you, won't she?
No, it can't be done, Mike. There's got to be someone responsible here, you know. A doctor. Mike?
Oh, no.
Oh, come on, just a couple of hours. Yeah, there's plenty to drink and a colour telly and Liz will take any messages. Look, Mike, if something really important comes up, here's the name of the restaurant.
No, Paul.
Oh, please, Mike.
No.
Oh, come on. Liz will keep you company. She's very,
Randy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, more like friendly.
Well, if Dr. Nielsen finds out, you'll never get a good reference.
He'll never find out.
Well, supposing he phones up to check on you?
He won't.
Well, you said he rang...
Look, he won't. Look, I'll be back by 9 o'clock, OK?
No, I'm sorry, not even for you, Paul.
Thanks, Mike. Knew you would.
No, look, just... Oh, where is he? It's after 9.
Oh, he's got plenty of time. Dr. Nielsen won't be back till 10:30 and he'll be half cut. He always is when he goes to these Scottish meetings.
I knew this would happen, but if I hadn't stood in for him, I'd have never have heard the last of it.
It's, funny being a doctor, isn't it? Dr. Upton? I mean, it's funny looking at people's bodies.
No.
Looking at people with their clothes off.
Well, you don't notice that, really.
I mean, when it's members of the opposite, well, you know.
Well, it's a bit boring.
Boring? Well, I suppose it must be boring for you then. I mean, examining ladies all day long. When you're off duty, it's a wonder you can look another lady in the...
I don't examine ladies all day long. Anyway, it makes no difference to your personal life.
I expect ladies enjoy being examined by someone as attractive as you.
That's all. They come to me as patients. I'm a doctor. I examine them, and that's that.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I wouldn't go near Dr. Nielsen or Dr. Collier with my complaint, because I've seen the lustful way they looked at me. I certainly wouldn't take my clothes off for them. I'd refuse point blank. Funnily with you, I'd have no qualms at all. I'm sure you'd do it properly. So I was wondering if...
No, look, I don't think it would be ethical, you being a receptionist.
Ethical?
Yeah, it wouldn't be correct if...
Oh, really? It wouldn't be correct? Like, it wouldn't be correct for a young doctor to leave his friend in charge of a senior doctor's practice?
Well, I was only helping out.
Well, now you can help me out, can't you? Look, I'll be the patient in the bedroom, and you can be doing your rounds. I shall cry out in my torment. And you can come in, and it is only. It undoes up the front.
The door!
Oh, I'll get rid of whoever it is. Damn it.
I want Dr. Nielsen.
Well, he's out, I'm afraid.
I want to see him anyway.
Look, I'm afraid he's out, and it would be better if you could come back during surgery hours.
Well, look at this rubbish they gave me up at the chemist. It's purple, and I'm not having it. My husband said I've to send it back.
Sorry, but Dr. Nielsen's out.
Well, what about young Dr. Colley?
Oh,
Can't I see him?
Oh, I don't know. Hang on, I'll see it. Oh, yeah, no, she won't go till she's got a new prescription. So why don't you nip in the surgery and write a new one and I'll give it to her. There's a prescription pad on the table.
Okay. What's her name?
Oh, Mrs. Thompson. Mrs. Ethel Thompson.
Red lotion.
My sister had this purple stuff, and it made her vomit. Oh, is that Dr. Colley?
Sorry, Doctor, she just walked in.
I know my rights. I don't have to have this purple stuff if I don't want it.
It's all right, Mrs. Thompson. I made out a prescription for the red stuff.
Oh, thanks. What's the matter with your voice?
Nothing?
It's funny.
Well, it always sounds odd in the dark.
Oh, have you got the lights out?
But don't want to strain my eyes. Hello? Oh, yes, Dr. Nielsen, this is Collier. Well, it always sounds odd in the dark, and I've got a cold coming on.
A cold?
Yes. No, I'm fine. Apart from this cold. No other calls. 10:30. Right, no need to hurry, sir. Right, Mrs. Thompson, there's enough red lotion there to last you 6 months.
Oh, that's better. I shan't have to come back, shall I? Well, I'll be off now. I hope your cold and your funny eyes get better.
And now you've finished with one patient, Doctor. Perhaps you've got time for another.
That was Dr. Nielsen ringing up to check that everything was all right, and everything is not all right. It's the phone.
Well, I'm not answering it.
But you've got to.
Why?
Well, it might be Dr. Nielsen.
I don't care.
Well, I can't answer it.
Well, you just did.
Yes, but he might know now that it wasn't Collier speaking then.
Well, if he knows it wasn't Collier, it doesn't matter anyway.
Well, it could be an emergency.
Well, you're the doctor.
Hello?
Dr. Nielsen?
Oh, no, I'm afraid he's out at the moment.
Oh, this is Fenton Street Police Station here. We're unable to locate the whereabouts of Dr. Prescott, our divisional police surgeon. We were wondering if Dr. Nielsen would oblige us again by examining a person that we think is under the influence of alcohol in charge of a motor vehicle.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't be of any help.
Oh, well, does Dr. Nielsen have an assistant?
Yes, he does, Dr. Collier. But he's out too at the moment.
Oh, well, I wonder if you could leave a message for Dr. Nielsen or his assistant to come round to Fenton Street Police Station
to examine a Mr. Upton.
Yes, Sonny?
My name's Collier, and I've come to examine Dr. Upton.
Dr. Upton?
No, Mr. Upton. I'm Dr. Upton. Dr. Collier.
Ah, I see you're Dr. Collier.
Yes. He's a doctor too. I'm a doctor too. Not two, because he's not a doctor.
Yeah, I don't think I quite follow you, sir.
Yes, but perhaps we better look at the patient.
Oh, yes, of course. He's through in the interview rooms. And if you ask me, he's absolutely stoned out of his mind.
Let me read this bit back to you. When I hit the back of the red Mini, I was so incensed with the action of the lady driver that I leapt out and shouted, "Hey, is this what you shouted?"
Yes.
And is this what she replied?
Yes. All one word.
Oh, I see. Bit strong for a lady, isn't it?
Dr. Collier!
Yes. Yes, and about time too. Yes, about time too. Yes.
Well now, Mr. Upton, what exactly have you been up to then?
All right, Mansell. Well, let the doctor examine him. You can finish your statement later. Well, Doctor, Mr. Upton has refused a breathalyzer, and he's so far failed to give us a specimen of his water, so I expect you'll want to take a sample of his blood. Now, if you want anything, I'll be around.
Thank you.
Fascinating, all this. First time I've seen a drunk tested. I only came out of cadet school last week.
Really? Well, before the blood test, a few preliminary...
Lost something, Doctor?
I'm looking for the white line.
The what?
The white line you have to walk along to prove that you're sober.
Oh, yes.
Do they do that sort of thing?
I can't find it, sir.
Oh, well, perhaps someone rolled it up and put it away.
Rolled it up, sir?
Yes, what about in the cupboard? Over there.
What the hell do you mean by using my name? It's the only way I could get you to come.
Oh, thanks very much. What do you expect me to do? You're obviously drunk.
Tell them I'm not.
We could both be struck off for this, and you really landed me in it this time.
Really landed you in it this time, sir?
Yes, it's a new test for drunks. If you can get them to say very quickly, you've really landed me in it this time, then they're probably sober.
Oh, I see. It's sort of like the leaf pleaf.
Yes.
Well, can you say it then?
You really let him in it this time? You really let him in it this time?
That was quite good. You really landed me in it this time. You really landed me in it this time. Oh, Sarge, listen to this, Sarge. You really landed me in it this time. You really landed me in it this time.
What are you on about?
Instead of a leaf pleaf.
How's it going, Doctor?
Oh, fine. He seems all right on the test so far, and seems quite sober.
Oh, but he was rolling about all over the place when he brought him in here.
Oh, Sarge, do we keep the white line rolled up in the cupboard?
Look, Doctor, when you're finished with him, will you have a look at this one?
Right, Mr. Upton, stand up, please. Now, I'd like you to stretch out your right arm and touch the tip of your nose with your finger as quickly as possible. Very good.
Shouldn't he have shut his eyes?
Yes. Close your eyes this time, stretch out your right arm and touch the tip of your earlobe.
Earlobe?
Very difficult, that.
Oh, well. Here goes. It's quite easy.
Yes, but it's almost impossible to do it and say, if you're drunk, you really landed me in it.
You've really landed me in it.
I have to take a blood sample. I need to prove that you're drunk. I'm sorry, Mike. I suppose I'd better plead guilty.
But they think your name's Upton.
I'll tell them the truth.
You can't, or we'll both be struck.
Mansell.
I've really landed me in it this time.
Mansell, don't take over the desk.
I've been doing it, Sarge. Yes, Sarge.
Well, Doctor, have you taken the blood?
Not just yet. Have a seat, Sergeant.
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
Now, where on earth were we?
You were just about to take a sample of Mr. Upton's blood.
Oh, yes.
That's right. A sample of Mr. Upton's blood.
Eh? Oh, perhaps you'd care to sit farther away, Sergeant, and more hygienic.
Oh, yes, certainly. Oh, thank you.
Roll your sleeve up like this. Not very pleasant, the sight of the needle going in. Sorry, Mr. Upton, missed. Perhaps you'll manage it in the vein this time.
Ooh.
Well, there you are, sir. That wasn't too bad, was it?
No, not bad at all. Fine.
Oh, Doctor, by the way, would you just sign these? They're for the 2 samples, and then I think that's about everything.
Right. Do I just sign them with Dr. Collier, my signature?
Yeah, that's quite right, Doctor, yes.
You really landed me in it this time.
Oh, don't get
There we are, all signed by me.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, I'll be off then. Goodbye, Mr. Upton. Don't expect the police will keep you too long, it being 10:05. Good night, Sergeant.
Good night, Doctor. No, we won't keep him very long.
I'm glad you're back. Now we can...
No, we can't. Did Dr. Nielsen phone?
Oh, of course not, and he's not due.
Good. Look, I've just impersonated Dr. Collier at the police station where he gave my name as his and he was drunk. If this ever gets out...
Nobody need ever know.
Good. Well, let's just hope Dr. Collier gets back before Dr. Nielsen does. I'd better just pop in the surgery.
That's right. You pop in the surgery, and I'll be a patient with tummy ache. we just put a blanket on the couch because it's so cold.
I'd like the light on, please.
Funny, I always prefer the lights off. Still, never mind, we'll do it your way. You just hop down behind the desk.
Now, look, I'm not playing any of your silly games. I am only helping out here. What you do with Dr. Collier...
Wouldn't it be simply terrible if Dr. Nielsen got to hear about this? Or even the medical council? Or the police?
Now, look, Elizabeth, don't be like that.
I'll just pop upstairs and get ready then, shall I?
Well, wait a minute. What about a nice, cup of tea? Why don't you go upstairs and,
You'll be up in a minute, eh?
Yes.
Who's that?
Speaking.
Who is it you want?
Dr. Nielsen there.
No.
Is that you, Mike?
Is that you, Paul?
Now listen.
No, you listen. You get back here as quick as you can. I've had enough of this.
Well, how do you think I'm doing?
Well, you're wasting time on the phone ringing me up.
Look, stop interrupting. Listen, I'm still at the police station. I think we're okay. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Look, what if Nielsen gets back before you do?
We'll go to bed and pretend to be me.
Are you kidding me? This is trying to rape me. If I go to bed...
Do something, Mike.
Dr. Collier? Must have gone to his bed. This is very thoughtful of somebody. Dr. Collier? Elizabeth? Hello, Collier?
Yeah?
Oh, I thought you got to your bed. Any calls? You said no? Well, all right then. I'll not disturb you. my way to my bed. Good night, then.
Good night.
Oh, here's a funny story about psychotherapy tonight that'll learn you a thing or two. Oh. Hey. Oh, you're still there, are you? Well, that's it. I was saying... Oh. Dr. Collier, will you stop creeping about? Will you stop putting the lights out? I'm all for economy, but this is ridiculous. I'm no good for joking. All right. I'll wait here until you come out.
Doctor!
It was her all the time, the wee stutter. Wait a minute, I'll get your head.
What's happening? Nielsen doesn't know I'm here yet. Look, listen. Where's I? What? Can't, sir.
You can't. Well, what do you mean by keeping a pretending to be a sickle?
Did I, sir? Yes. Well, in that case, sir, I'd like to offer my resignation.
I'll be very delighted to accept it.
He's called Dr. Collier.
Well, Dr. Collier's caught him, too. Well, Nielsen was looking for you.
Oh, he often does.
Don't you ever, No, I suppose you don't. Look, listen.
Yes.
I'd very much like to get out of here. I wonder if you would,
I don't suppose there's any chance of a reference then, is there?
You don't suppose quite correctly. Furthermore, I've got a very good man to report you to the General Medical Council.
You, Dr. Nielsen, I'm ready to be examined.
Well, I suppose I better,
I'll come back tomorrow for my things, okay?
You think so? You'll need them.
And a reference, sir?
Reference, certainly. Well, I have promised to test the reflexes.
I've done it! I've got a reference, I'm going to resign.
I know, I was listening. I suppose you're staying at my place tonight?
If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
What on earth's going on in there?
Oh, just a little general practice.